is Frank Rietta, and I am the founder and head Ruby developer with AtlantaRubyDeveloper.com, and I want to personally thank you for being here today. And in the next minute, or a couple minutes, I'm going to explain a little bit about our company and how we work with our clients. So, fundamentally, AtlantaRubyDeveloper.com is about web applications. So, what is a web application? It is a system that runs on the web that is much more than a website. It takes information from your customers, it processes it, in other words, it does stuff. It's not just information that you're publishing. Whereas a website project might cost you up to $3,000-$5,000 to work with a designer to create a web application is a much larger project and will typically take anywhere between $8,000 and $15,000 for a small project, and sometimes $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a very intense large project. So it's important to understand what you're getting yourself into, and that's something our team can talk with you about before you become a client to help you understand. But now that that's out of the way, fundamentally, we number one design. Well, that's kind of a silly bullet. Design and implement. Our team will sit down with you, interview you about your goals, your business purpose for the web application, and come up with a plan to build that functionality out for you. And typically, in order to reduce your risk of failure and increase your risk of success, for most projects we suggest starting with a minimum viable product, getting it out on the web, finding out if your theories are about the conversion rates or the offer and what your users will expect is valid, and then iteratively improve the system as we build out the feature set to fulfill your ultimate goal. The reason for this is to start with a core that's not a prototype that's thrown away, but is a kernel upon which to build and grow your idea. So we plant the idea, we nourish it along, and we work to help you grow. Secondly, we provide deployment and maintenance. Fundamentally, once you have an existing application, you have to host it somewhere. You have to take care of log files. You have to take care of information security concerns, make adjustments to the site. That's why we provide monthly DevOps services for both our own applications and Ruby on Rails applications that you had developed by another team that does not provide these services. And for hosting, we work with world-class cloud providers such as EngineYard or Heroku, Atlanta Web Host, and others. And then finally, we provide security and audit. As I mentioned earlier, well, actually I might not have. My background is in computer information security. I have a master's from Georgia Tech in that. Go Georgia Tech, I'm wearing the shirt today. And therefore, my company fundamentally believes, as part of our core DNA, that security matters and that it's part of the development process. So, what does that mean? We believe you should have a written information security policy. It does not have to be complicated, but it should be written down. And by the way, this is required if you're doing credit card processing and fall under the terms of PCI DSS, but it's a really good idea anyway. And then secondly, follow up from that, we believe that your web application should do what your security policy says, and that your security policy should accurately say what you do. So we can help you with that. We have a Rails audit service. Now we do this when we're doing development, but we can also do this when you have an existing application. One of our security experts, sometimes me, sometimes someone else, will go through your application and audit it against the OWASP top 10. These are the principal threats that are vulnerable to many applications on the internet are vulnerable to, without regard to which language they're developed in. So we believe that you should not ignore these and hope for the best, but rather you should look at those, have an informed decision, and have documented mitigating controls for each of them. Some of these are controlled by Rails itself, which is why we recommend it, and some of these your developers have to pay attention to various aspects to protect you, your customers, and to create a secure web application. Anyway, again, my name is Frank Rietta. Welcome to AtlantaRubyDeveloper.com, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much.